everyone. Today, we are honored to have with us a dynamic leader, an innovative thinker, and a compassionate educator whose dedication continues to inspire students and teachers alike. Jai Hind, ma'am.
Jai Hind.
How are you feeling right now? Are you excited?
Siddhi, I'm very excited, and I must tell you that I'm so happy that you are taking my podcast because I have always seen you on the stage dancing and I have always admired you. But few days back, when I saw you on the stage holding the mic and with so much of grace and confidence, it filled me with immense pride. So thank you so much for taking my podcast.
Thank you, ma'am. Ma'am, shall we begin?
Yes.
Let us begin this insightful conversation. My first question to you is, when you were a child, what did you dream of becoming, and how did that dream shape your journey into educational leadership?
Okay. So, first of all, originally my dream was to become an engineer, and I started working towards it. But somehow, because of destiny, I started teaching some students, and there I realized that I have a lot of potential in teaching because the students were very happy, very connected with me. So then I decided I think it is a better place as an educationist if I become. So then I started my journey after my graduation to become a teacher, and it has been 20 years I'm teaching, and now I've taken this role. But yes, I have told you all that I miss my teaching work, and that is why sometimes I come in your classes and I talk to you all.
That is great. Moving on, which innovative practices introduced in your school make you feel the most proud?
Public speaking. I think you also know the answer of this. So from the day one, I am working on it. I was never a public speaker in my journey, as a student also, and many a times as a teacher also. I was never given a chance to hold a mic. And I think that every child now should have a very strong communication skill. And you know that we are working towards it. And I am sure that you must have seen the change in yourself also and in your friends also.
Yes. The next question is, as a principal, what are some things you still wish to do personally in your personal or school life but find difficult because of the increased responsibility of your position?
Thank you so much, Siddhi, for asking this because every day I am struggling with it. As a teacher, I used to gym a lot, exercise a lot. And from the time I become a principal, the pressure is there, obviously. I want to set my routine. I do it sometimes. But then I want that in the evening, I give some time to exercise to myself. But then somehow I get engaged with other work and I'm not able to do it. But maybe after today's podcast, I again feel encouraged that if I've spoken, I should actually do it.
Yes, ma'am. Now, the next question is, what motivated you to take up the role of a principal, and how did your life change after stepping into this position?
So, as a teacher, I have worked under 4 headmasters. In my previous school, they used to say not principal, the headmaster. And I have learned so many things from them, also unlearned so many things from them. And from there, those people have always inspired me that yes, maybe at some point of time, I can also lead a school and bring some changes in people's life, especially in your life, in students. And for me, teachers are equally important. If teachers are happy, the students are happy. So I try my level best to do that.
That is actually inspiring. Now, the next question is, what has been the most difficult decision you have taken as a principal, and what did you learn from it?
Okay, this I think I have to give a thought. The most difficult, because every day is a day where I take, I don't know how many decisions, but the most difficult, I think, is sometimes when I have to be strict with students and issue some indisciplinary cards, which I just now did. So that is there fresh in my mind. So these times when parents come to my office and they feel a little embarrassed, which I don't want them to feel, that situation in my office is a little tough. Making the students understand, making the students understand their strengths, and also giving confidence to the parents, giving confidence to the teachers, sometimes becomes difficult. Everyone aligned in a positive direction is sometimes difficult. Yeah.
And what are the things that you learned from this?
So, what I have learned is that blame game is not the solution. Like, as a school, I cannot blame the parents. And similarly, I would not like the parents to blame the school. It's all our collective effort when we talk about a student's development, growth. All the stakeholders, whether parents, whether the child himself, the teachers, principals, everyone, it says no, that it takes a village to raise a child. So everyone is responsible for the growth of a child. So what I have learned is that instead of blaming each other, why not we all sit together and find a solution for it?
That is actually great. Anyways, moving on. What advice would you give to young educators inspiring to become school leaders?
I'm happy that you're asking this question, because if you're asking this question, you have it in your mind that you may become a school leader these days. Because if I'll ask this question in the assembly and remind me tomorrow, on Monday, I will be asking it, that how many of you want to come to an education line, want to become a teacher? Because if you have to lead a school, first you should become a teacher for your life and then lead a school. I'm very sure there will be very less hands, because the life of a teacher is very difficult these days, very difficult. So I'm getting back to your question that, can you repeat your question?
Yeah, is your advice to young educators who want to become school leaders?
Yes. As a school leader, being a school leader is very responsible task, because whatever you decide impacts so many people. Like, I have around 950 students in the school, and I have, if I calculate all, I have 172 staff, including the support staff. So if I add these, it will be around about 1200 people. So with one decision of mine, right or wrong, it will impact at least 1200 people and also their families. So this responsibility I have on my shoulders. So being a school leader, if a child is inspiring to be a school leader, it is really great, because the kind of change you can bring, I'm showing the positive side of it. The kind of change that you can bring in the society, you can very well do it by becoming a school leader. So if you have that desire in you to change the world, school leader is a place where you can be.
That is great. Anyways, the next question is, what keeps you motivated during challenging times?
So I am a resilient person. I have faced some difficulties in my life, and I don't feel sad to say this. In fact, I feel proud to say this, because those situations have made me strong. So as a strong person, because my upbringing has been in that way, things that is challenging for me, I try to face it with grace and with confidence. If I don't feel confident, at least I pretend it, that I am confident.
Ma'am, now it's time for the rapid fire round. Do you need a minute to calm yourself, or shall we?
I think I'm okay.
Yes. So, our first question is, if you had to rebuild your school from zero, what is the first system you would redesign and why?
Okay, it's rapid fire, but I need to think because Sunbeam Sarnath has one very good thing, which is that though it is a new campus, it has 52 years of legacy with it. So, if I have to rebuild in infrastructure, I'll rebuild the auditorium.
It needs space. The second question is, what is one popular educational practice you believe is outdated but still is continued in schools?
The kind of assessment that we have, though we have improvised a lot, but the Indian education system, the type of assessment that we have, definitely the government of India is also working towards it to change it. There is so much of competency based question these days, but still there is a lot of scope in the improvement of of assessment of Indian education.
The next question is, when rules and compassion conflict, how do you decide?
It's a very difficult thing because I am a person who works by rules, but I also try to be compassionate. So what I can say is that it has to be a little balance depending on the situation. If a child is say breaking rules every time, I cannot be compassionate all the time. But if a child has broken once and the child has really understood, I can be compassionate. So it depends.
The next question is, would you ever prioritize long term learning over short term board results, even if the results might drop temporarily? And why?
Okay, so I think long term learning I will prefer. As I have always told, that yes, marks do matter, but not to an extent that the learning is compromised. Yeah.
The next question is, how do you motivate a teacher who has lost passion for teaching?
Okay. So if you go to the educators lounge, which has newly been inaugurated, there is a quotation over there, you matter. In fact, I can just change it to you matter the most. So as I said that a school leader can change the world, so is a teacher. A teacher is a leader inside the classroom. The domain might be small, but the change a teacher can bring, no one else can. So if the teacher realizes this kind of effect or impact he or she has, I think they will be motivated to become a teacher again.
Moving on, what is the biggest emotional challenge students face today that schools often ignore?
Pressure from all the sides, pressure of parents, expectation of teachers, pressure from friend sides also quite often. The pressure from the side is not to be academically strong, but the pressure from friend side is a little different, but there is a pressure.
How do you ensure every child feels seen and heard in a large school?
So I have always addressed this in the assembly also, the different means that a sunbeam has, different ways that a sunbeam has through which a child can address. And I'm thankful to you that you have asked these questions. And I can tell this on this platform also, so that the people who are listening to me can again understand that we have suggestion boxes, we have bubble time, we have QCT, pastoral guides, mentor mentee, and different other counselor we have. So on different platforms, you can reach out to an adult and talk to them. I have also given a liberty to my students that if you are feeling low, and also to the teachers, if you are feeling low or you want to share anything with me, the only thing that you have to do is to drop a message on my personal WhatsApp, and I will be calling you next day. So I have tried to make it easy, and students do come to me, teachers do come to me to share their thoughts. And when they drop a message to me, I try to take it as a priority and talk to them. So, this is the way, and it is not only me, it is other admins also, teachers also who are working towards it. So, I think in my school, the students and the teachers are seen and they are heard.
If artificial intelligence handled most academic teaching, what would teachers focus on?
Okay. Can you just repeat your question?
If artificial intelligence handled most of the teaching, what would teachers focus on?
Okay. Emotional regulation of the students. I think this, I'll just end it with this.
If success of a school were measured beyond marks, what three indicators would you choose?
Communication skill? No, I'll just change it. The values, how good you are a person, how good you are as a person, then your discipline, and then your skills. You can be good at any one thing, master of one at least, and jack of all trade is the demand of the time.
That was our last question for today. Thank you so much, ma'am, for your presence. That actually inspired all of us a lot.
Thank you so much, Siddhi, and I'm so happy to see you growing, and I wish you all the very best of your life. Thank
so
you.
much.
Thank you so much.